For today's class, we are introducing the muscular system. Muscles make up a large part of the human body. In fact, nearly 1/2 of our body weight is from muscles. There are over 650 different muscles in the human body. These muscles enable movement. We will begin with talking about the types of muscles. There are 3 main types of muscles: skeletal, cardiac, and smooth. Skeletal muscle is primarily found on bones. Cardiac muscle is found only in the heart. And smooth muscle is found in the walls of hollow organs and blood vessels. And sphincter muscles are a special type of muscle. They are circular muscles that open and close to allow passage of substances. Some sphincter muscles are striated and under voluntary control and are considered skeletal muscle, while other sphincter muscles are under involuntary control and are considered smooth muscle. And here's a fun fact. You are born with all the muscles you are going to have through your lifetime. It's what you do with them that makes the difference. We'll start by talking about skeletal muscles. Individual skeletal muscles are the organs of the muscular system. Under a microscope, thread-like and cylindrical skeletal muscle cells appear in bundles. Each fine thread is a muscle cell, and muscle cells are called muscle fibers. They have cross stripes or striations that are caused by alternating light and dark bands. These light and dark bands give muscles their striped appearance. Skeletal muscles are called voluntary because their contractions are under conscious control. Voluntary movement occurs when skeletal muscles contract because of the way muscles are attached to bones. Skeletal muscles contract quickly and fatigue or tire easily. Examples of skeletal muscle contractions include blinking the eye, talking, breathing, dancing, eating, and writing. Skeletal muscles have 3 primary functions: body movement, body form and shape, and the production of body heat. Muscles move bones by pulling on them. Skeletal muscles work in teams. This means several muscles contract while others relax to produce smooth movement. The muscle that is mainly responsible for a particular movement is called the prime mover. Muscles that assist in producing the movement are called synergists, and muscles that have opposite actions are called antagonists. We are able to maintain our body position because of a specialized type of skeletal muscle contraction. And this contraction is called a tonic contraction. Tonic contractions maintain muscle tone, which is what creates our posture. The contraction of muscle fibers produce most of the heat required to maintain body temperature. When muscle contracts, some of the energy is lost as heat, and this heat production is how our body maintains our temperature in normal range. Next, we are discussing smooth or visceral muscles. Smooth muscles are also called visceral muscle cells because they are located within the walls of hollow organs, where viscera means organ. Smooth muscle cells are small and spindle-shaped. They appear smooth because they do not have distinct striations or stripes. They are unattached to bones. They act slowly and do not tire easily. And smooth muscles are under involuntary control. This means you do not consciously think about contracting them. Rather, smooth muscles are controlled by the autonomic nervous system. Smooth muscles are located in the walls of internal organs such as the stomach, intestines, uterus, and bladder. You can also find smooth muscle in tracts throughout the body and in blood vessels. Smooth muscle functions to move substances through the body. An example would be with food. Smooth muscle helps to push food along the alimentary canal. This is the passage of food from the mouth to the anus. Smooth muscle also controls the diameter of blood vessels. When the smooth muscle contracts, the diameter of the blood vessel decreases. When smooth muscle relaxes, the diameter of the blood vessel increases. Smooth muscle contracts the uterus during labor and childbirth. Smooth muscle helps to mix and break down food in the stomach as part of digestion. And when smooth muscle contracts the bladder, this aids in urination. Now we're going to talk about cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle is only found in the heart. It has a striated or striped appearance and appears branched under a microscope. Cardiac muscle is under involuntary control, so we don't have to think about our heart beating. The heart has both mechanical and electrical cardiac muscle cells. The mechanical cells are responsible for the pumping of the heart, while the electrical cells are what stimulate the mechanical cells to pump. Contractions are rhythmic and automatic, and a normal heart rate is about 72 beats per minute. Your activity, whether you're exercising or resting, can increase or decrease your heart rate, and the heart requires a continuous supply of oxygen. The function of cardiac muscle is to cause contractions for the heart to beat and relaxation so the heart can fill with blood. Together, this functions to pump blood throughout the body. In this slide, you can see pictures of skeletal, cardiac, and smooth muscle as they appear under a microscope. In figure 7.1, you have a skeletal muscle cell. In this, you are able to see alternating light and dark bands, and those bands are what give skeletal muscle cell their striped appearance. In figure 7.2, you see involuntary or smooth muscle cells. These muscle cells do not contain those light and dark bands, giving them a smooth appearance. They are also spindle-shaped. And then we have in figure 7.3 cardiac muscle cells. The cardiac muscle cells also have striations or stripes, and they have branching fibers, giving them that branched appearance. And lastly, we have sphincter muscles. Sphincter or dilator muscles are special circular muscles. They are located in openings between the esophagus and the stomach and small intestine. Sphincter muscles are under both voluntary control for some of your sphincter muscles, meaning you can control their movement, and some sphincter muscles are under involuntary control. Sphincter muscles are also located in the walls of the anus, the urethra, and the mouth. And they function by opening and closing to control the passage of substances. And that concludes part 1 of the muscular system.